Welcome back, you guys, to the Girls Lounge. It's with your host Liz and KT, and we got a little guest. Might as well be a third member, Kelsey.
Hi.
Woo! We love Kelsey over here. You already know we had to bring her back again.
And we got a little bit of a different episode today. Me and Kennedy. I don't know if you guys have noticed from our fantasy, F1 fantasy stuff that we got going on. We like to be a little competitive, And we're gonna be doing some Jeopardy style. It's gonna be me against Kennedy. So go ahead, place your bets on who you think is gonna win. But it's pop culture edition, and she's been working hard on these questions.
Yeah, I'm excited. I had fun making it, so.
Yeah, and I got a little sneak peek because I actually showed up on time. Unlike somebody. So I got to see it. It looks really good. And I'm gonna eat her up.
There she go, being cocky. We'll see how that goes.
But anyways, like always, we're gonna get into what we've been up to. So Kelsey, our special guest, honorary third member of the pod, tell us what you've been up to, girl.
It's more like what I haven't been up to. I haven't been getting any sleep. Nothing. It's not even like I'm not tired, because I'm tired. Once I can barely hit midnight anymore. I'm ready to sleep, but it's not good sleep. Neck hurts, it's sore. I don't know if it's the pillow. It's probably the pillow, honestly. Yeah, it's just not been good for me. And that leads to my lack of motivation for other things. When I made my little Pinterest dream board, whatever you call it, I put okay, I want to start reading actual books, not just, Wattpad story, but reading, listening to more podcasts, things like that. I mean, I'm listening to the podcast, but the reading, nothing has happened there. But I just have no motivation, no energy. So hopefully that'll get fixed. Next, I guess I'm adulting now. Kind of weird. I feel like once I walk in May, I'm gonna be so that's what I was waiting on. But other than that, it's just weird because all of us, you two and then of our other friends, we're all just different stages. Some of you all are going to grad school, some are gonna take a gap year or something, get some money, things like that. But I guess I'm the one who's only gonna be employed, employed as in using my degree. I also got my hair done. I mean, you probably can't tell with this lighting, but I usually dye it like a red color. It probably just looks black to you all, but in the sunlight it's there.
And today was Kelsey's first day having a big girl job officially. She got a little business card.
Yeah, I'm official.
All I'm hearing is a dinner on Kelsey.
Exactly. I'm hearing that too.
To McDonald's.
Okay. So Elizabeth, you want to take her seat at Jeff Ruby's, honestly?
Yep, May 30th.
Oh, this was the worst day to start your first job because of the storm that happened. So you got no sleep.
Yeah, exactly. I was full on ready to go to sleep at midnight. Then the sirens went off and I was be for real. I was literally just watching my phone blow up with all these different emails, the text messages, get undercover. Kennedy was over here waiting as long as this doesn't happen before my shower. But I was bro, I don't want to go to the basement. I was already in bed. It's whatever. I powered through.
Yeah, a tornado touched down in Louisville. For anyone that's listening that's not in Kentucky.
Which is the perfect segue to Kennedy's life updates.
Yeah, for me, so I survived a tornado, guys. JK. Actually, I feel like Bowling Green, at least where I was, wasn't as it wasn't hit as bad as we thought it was gonna be, especially because I'm near downtown. I feel southern, Warren County, that's what Bowling Green is in. That was what really had the tornado warning. But yeah, every time the tornado warning goes off, it goes off on your phone, it's it catches me by surprise every time. and I just don't know peace. I turn into a whole meteorologist. I have the news up on my iPad, and then I am looking at the tracking on my phone because I'm the first tornado warning was kind of long. I was I'm not sitting in my bathroom for 30 minutes when I could lay in bed and just run to the bathroom if a tornado were to touch down. So that's exactly what I did, and nothing ended up happening. Kentucky is having a 4-day weather event, so it's been raining and stuff all day. Still had to get up for class. Some people, okay, so I had a presentation today. That was also in my life update, and me and two of the girls in my group, we were talking, and one of the girls was I'm surprised like some classes didn't get canceled. I was like, girl, I already knew my first class wasn't gonna get canceled because that professor is so strict. Like as long as the university is open, we're having class. He's one of those professors. And it was pouring down rain. But honestly, the rain isn't bad when there's no wind. It's not windy, so that's good. But it's just a lot of rain, and it literally looked like a waterfall going through campus because I live on a hilly campus, so it's just like streams of water. You have to jump over puddles, and it's really annoying. But yeah, so that was the weather. My presentation, it went well. I literally, there's 6 people in my group. I feel like we're probably one of the biggest group. Yeah, one of the fewest groups out of the like 6 or whatever there are. I don't know. And outside of our six people group, there was 3 people in class. Oh wait, no, 4 people. So you can see we had a large crowd, not but yeah, so like that took away my presentation nerves a lot. I don't know, for some reason I just get so nervous presenting, even though like I knew it's not going to be that serious. But once I saw there was like nobody, I was like, okay, that really takes the pressure off. And honestly, before I do something like that, I just always blast the most heinous rap music you've ever heard to like keep my mind off everything. So I was just like blasting rap music like an hour before. But yeah, that's what I've been up to.
When I woke up today, I was like going through my phone and I was like, dang, it's so active in these group chats. It hasn't been hours ago. It was only like, what, 2, 3 hours since I had woken up. And then I start checking the messages. I go to the Snapchat and I see Kennedy. She got her running shoes on. She ready in case the tornado hits.
Yeah, girl, I do not be playing about them tornadoes. I watched too many natural disaster documentaries.
Meanwhile, in my family group chat, not a single text. They were asleep. I guess they slept through it. But anyways, my life update is not much. I've been doing some school. Sadly, doing the school part of study abroad, the study. And then this week just felt very weird to me. It felt so like off. I don't know, like the whole week, I thought it was a different day. The days kind of like blended together for me. I don't know. It was very weird vibes all around. Like good weather and everything, but something was in the air, something wasn't feeling right. Kind of felt like I was living in an alternate universe or something. I don't know. It was weird vibes.
I think you have early signs of dementia.
Getting diagnosed by Dr. Kennedy. We'll see how reliable that is.
I watched like 10 seasons of Grey's Anatomy. I'm literally certified.
She's a meteorologist. She's a doctor, podcaster,
And marketer.
Maybe it was the sand from your camel riding trip.
I don't know, but something wasn't right in the air this week, I'm telling you guys. And I would ask people too, and they'd be like, yeah, it feels like it's like, it's a different day in the week. But it wasn't just that it felt like the week was going by slow. Something just felt off to me. I don't know.
And now we're going to get into our favorites of the week. So I'm going to just go ahead and go first because I'm talking. Sorry to take that away from you guys. But my favorite of the week is sticking to a good night routine. Except we're not going to talk about last night. That was an exception. But for the past 2 weeks, I have been so good, you guys. Like I have been off my phone by midnight, sleep literally by like 1 o'clock. Like I have been so good. I've been waking up so refreshed, unlike some people. But everyone's just catching strays for me today. I love it. And yeah, just having a good night routine. I put my phone on the red light mode so it doesn't even make me want to go on my phone. I've been reading to bed. I'm reading The Nightingale, which is not like a good nighttime read considering it's about World War II. Yeah, I think that war with Hitler overtaking France. So it's a very heavy topic. I'm like, oh wait, like this is getting a little too like real life, and I'm scared. But it is still a good read, and I like it. I just think I like dark stuff like that. So yeah, I love. Oh my god, y'all, I love Sleepy Time Tea. I think it's a placebo effect, but I feel like it be working. Like I be sleeping good. I don't know.
Isn't tea just good in general before you sleep though? Like I feel like it like calms you're just like nervous. I don't know. I could be totally making something up right now. But I feel like it has that effect on people.
Probably.
Personally, I think, Kelsey, you're going to have to take the tips and tricks from Dr. Kennedy over here, see if your sleep is fixed.
Bro, I don't like tea. Like, I don't like the taste of tea. Like, I need to put like some syrup in it or something to make it taste good.
Mm.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I put a lot of honey in it.
Okay, so let's see. My favorite of the week is Tokyo/Korea vlog,
Mm.
specifically from Alicia Marie and Miss Remy Ashton. If you all
Mm.
watch them or listen to their podcast, I recently just like, I don't know, there's something about watching influencers travel. It's just there's something
Mhm.
about it. It's like one day that could be me. One day that is going to be me,
Mhm.
actually. Let's put that into the universe. Because going to South Korea or Tokyo
Mhm.
or just any place in Asia would just be so like, I don't know, rewarding. I feel like I made a milestone sort of thing. But I just really love them in general because they do all the things I like. They eat food and they shop. So and they go to a lot of different coffee and matcha places, which I know you all enjoy. I'm not a
Mhm.
coffee or matcha drinker, but recommendations for you all in the future.
Emphasis on the travel vlogs. Those just be hitting, you know. We can go to Asia after we could go see that Gatorade blue water. If you know, you know. But my favorite of the week has been reading. I have been zooming. I am on my reading, I don't know, my reading kick or something. I've been reading right now the Carval series, which I only started because I want to read the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. And TikTok was telling me I need to read this series before the other one. So I'm already on book 3 though. So I am zooming through, you guys. I'm love going on my Kindle, sitting outside, just flipping through. Chef's kiss. Perfect day for me.
And now we're gonna get into the sports corners. So because we're pre-recording this, it's gonna look a little funky, maybe for the next couple of weeks. But basically, future me is going to record like thoughts of the race, things like that. And then we'll jump back to now, and me and Liz will be drawing for next week's race in Bahrain. We're gonna cut now to future me, and hopefully she does a good job. Hello, guys. As past me has described, I'm going to be doing Sports Corner by myself for the next couple of races. So let's just hop right into it. So this week, the Japan Grand Prix just happened, and so many people were like, "This is such a boring race," but for me, I'm just happy to be there. And I will say, it definitely wasn't as eventful as other races, but I still enjoyed it nonetheless. So first, we're just gonna get into quali. I feel like the main talking points for quali was Jack Doohan's crash and then Liam out qualifying Yuki in P3. So we're gonna get into Jack Doohan. So I saw he had a big crash. Listen, for me, quali was 1 to 2 a.m. and I struggled staying up. So yes, your girl basically fell asleep through the whole thing, but I did wake up and watch the race qualifying highlights on Formula One's YouTube channel. But I did see that Jack Doohan had a crazy crash. Oh wait, now that I think about it, that was not quali actually. That was practice. I don't know why I wrote that in my quali notes, but oh well. So he did have a big crash, which just made me think like, ooh, I wonder if Franco is going to be getting the call soon. I love Franco, but at the same time, I want everyone to get a fair chance. I mean, you guys heard my thoughts when it came to Yuki switching with Liam Lawson. It's like, like just give these rookies a chance. Yeah, he had a really bad crash. I think from what I've heard, he left his DRS flap open in like a corner or something, which caused him to crash. So very sad, but I wouldn't say honestly that he's performing like terribly. I mean, he's not performing the best, but I just know it's probably a lot of pressure, especially with all the talk with Franco. But I do know they said they want Franco in before the European leg, so I just hope the crash and stuff doesn't, hurt Jack Doohan terribly. But again, as a Franco girly, I'm like, I would love to see Franco in Formula One again. So that's that. Let me know your thoughts about if you think Franco will end up replacing Jack very soon. And then there's a lot of talk about Liam out qualifying Liam, but honestly, I feel like that's not really indicative of Yuki's performance, honestly, because I know you're not supposed to put so much emphasis on practice performance, but I feel like it's a good indicator of like where things are looking for the weekend sometimes. And honestly, in my opinion, I feel like Yuki was pretty on par with Max Verstappen. Like he was qualifying like right under him in Q or not Q1 in practice 1, and then Q2 wasn't the best, but in I keep saying Q2 in practice 2 it wasn't the best, but in practice 3 he wasn't too far off from Max. So, I was like, okay. But I just think qualifying, he just wasn't able to put all the pieces together. But at the end of the day, he still performed way better than Liam did in his first two races. Like, he was literally dead last in qualifying. And Yuki, I think, ended P12 at the end of the race versus Liam, who I think finished dead last. So, people don't be too harsh. So, and I think Liam's, he's doing his thing at Racing Bulls. They welcome him back with open arms. So that's always good to see. And now on to the race. So the race honestly wasn't that eventful. Like I said, it ended with Max P1, Norris P2, and Piastri P3. So, I was glad to see my McLarens up there, which, speaking of McLarens, where was McLaren's strategy this weekend? I don't know. I know there's a lot of talk about whether McLaren should have switched Oscar and Lando, but honestly, I do believe Oscar had more pace than Lando at certain points of the race. Like, he was really catching up, but I just think it wouldn't have been worth it. But I just don't think the McLarens were there to really attack Max and put pressure on Max this weekend. And I just don't think it would have been worth it because both McLarens are already going to be on podium either way, so why not risk it? And it's so early in the season. Like, this is the third race out of 24 races, so I completely understand. And it was Oscar's birthday weekend, so it would have been nice to see him have like a race win or something, but I just don't think it was worth it. And I know there's been some complaints about McLaren pitting when Max pitted. Honestly, I don't have too many comments about that. I just think they're also just trying to protect both McLarens being on podium and not risking if they didn't have to. So like me and other Formula One fans have been saying, this race was not very eventful. So, the one scuffle that did happen made headlines, and that was the Max and Lando scuffle. So basically, Max had a slow pit stop, which made him and Lando like close to each other when leaving the pit lane exit, and they were side by side. Lando believed that Max pushed him off. And then Max believed, he pushed himself into the grass, which I hate to say it because Red Bull is the enemy, but I do have to side with Max. And Lando I think he hurt himself more going into the grass instead of just going behind Max. Max was there first. Like, I don't know. That was really a push saying that Max pushed him off, maybe from his point of view. It seemed that way, but as a viewer seeing the pit lane footage from where I saw it, it just looked like, Lando, it was never going to be you. I'm sorry, but it never was going to be you. So yeah. But at the end of the day, race control, they didn't do anything about it, which I think was the right call. And then another big thing was Alex Albon's radio. Honestly, Mans has been feisty before, but I love seeing Alex Albon crash out. I love hearing when the drivers have attitudes over the radios, and it makes me again think I could never be a race engineer. One, because I don't have the qualifications, but if I did, I could not, because I would be arguing back like, no, we would be fighting. But it was just funny him crashing out. Like, he was like, I don't understand. Like, he didn't understand like why they pitted him when they did, but I think in the long run it helped him, but he didn't understand in the moment. And it was just really funny. Like, I love seeing Alex Albon crash out. Like, he's really over it at times. I feel him. Like, this is what 4 years at Williams does to a person. But it was just really funny. And it was funny because after the race, I think like a reporter asked him about it, and he was like kind of embarrassed about it. I'm like, that's so real. Like, you crash out, and then after your crash out, you're just like, oh, like, I'm kind of embarrassed. Like, oh, like, that person, that's not me. And he was so real for that. And honestly, back to Yuki and Liam at the end of the day, Yuki still finished above Liam, so I'm lit. And honestly, I'm not like a big Yuki girl, but I want to see him do well. Let's see. Let's actually check the F1 app. So Liam Lawson, he finished P17, and Yuki finished P12. So, at the end of the day, it doesn't seem like that Red Bull was probably regretting that, because P12 is better than dead last. And just to give y'all an update on where our points lie for this week after this race. So me and Liz are definitely more on par after this race. So just a little recap. If you don't remember who we draw. So I had Jack Doohan and George Russell. I gained 7 points, so I now have 63 points. And then Liz gained 40 points, so she now has 52 points. So leading into Bahrain, I have 63 points and Elizabeth has 52 points. Yeah, we'll see what happens when we get to Bahrain. And now I'm going to give the mic back to past Liz and Katie with our special guest, Kelsey, and they will draw the drivers for Bahrain. And so now, after Future Me has done that, me and Liz are going to draw for Bahrain. Hopefully our F1 fantasy points after Japan are looking good. Pick a number 1 through 20. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and full send it. Okay, I feel like we already got this number. So it says 14. I feel like Liz has already gotten 14. Yeah, Yuki Tsunoda. So we're gonna try again. Do it again. How did I know? 7. No one can do that. Why is it doing the same numbers as before? That's so weird. Do it again. 19. Oh wait, I got in 19 before, so I need to make sure I put that I did him. Okay, so Nico Hulkenberg. So now after Bahrain, neither me or Liz can get him.
Yours is 7.
7. Let's see. Can't do 7 because that's George Russell.
Let me pick again. Chat is just not getting to it today. Oh, 14. Pick again.
Oh wait, 14 I haven't had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 14 is Yuki. So let's see how. I hope he did good in Japan for me to be happy to have him again for Bahrain. Okay.
The Red Bull curse.
No, for real. Let's see. Do it again. LOL. This is just so stupid. Okay. 3. I feel like you haven't had 3. Let's see. You got your man, Charles Leclerc. Hey.
You know, that's funny because I did again and it did 3, so I did again for you.
18. I'm getting. Wait. I got Carlos Sainz. Yes. Yes. Oh my god.
Crazy picks we got.
Okay, we got some good. We both got some good lineups. Cause I feel like Nico be doing that thing in that Sauber. Okay, so quick little recap if you just forgot already, because I know I be forgetting easily. I got Yuki and Carlos, and Liz got Nico and Charles. So pretty good lineup, and hopefully I'm still beating Liz.
And those are our picks for Bahrain. Okay, now moving on to our pop culture. So finally, you know, there's some stuff going on. I had a feeling that after us saying it was a calm week, something was gonna happen. So we're gonna start off with something light, you know. A Beatles biopic is going to come out, and they released the cast. Personally, I will be sad for Paul Mescal as Paul McCartney. You know, I think it's kind of iconic. You know, Paul is playing Paul, and I will also be there for Barry as Ringo Starr. If you know, you know.
I was just gonna say Barry, dude. He had me in what was
The Marvel movie?
Yes.
Eternals?
The Eternals. Yup.
Eternals, he had me in that one. Seeing him especially as like a musician too. Imagining all these people as musicians actually. Except like Joseph Quinn though, because his character in Stranger Things was a musician. But it shall be interesting.
I'm just picturing like the fits too. I feel like they're all gonna look so good. They're gonna be doing their thing. I know like nothing about the Beatles, not gonna lie. Although I feel like some of them have some questionable hairstyles. So we'll see how that goes, how that plays out.
And then the other cast members is Harris Dickinson as John Lennon. I only know him from Iron Claw. I know he was in Baby Girl recently, which is a newer movie that a lot of people have been talking about. And I forgot what else when I looked it up, but I just know him from Iron Claw. And then also, oh wait, you already said it, Joseph Quinn, but he's playing George Harrison. I forgot who said they didn't know a lot about the Beatles. I think that was Elizabeth. I don't either. The only thing I know is the song Beautiful Boy by John Lennon. Wait, I think John Lennon. I think there was like some tea with that because the Beatles made a song or something, or someone in the Beatles made a song called Hey Jude. So they made Beautiful Boy in like contrast because Hey Jude was about like another son, but he like completely like just acted like his other son didn't exist. So Beautiful Boy is about the son who like doesn't like who's being acted like doesn't exist. So I'm like, ooh, tea. And then what else was I gonna say? Oh, the only song I know besides that one is oh, Here Comes the Sun. I was like, wait, what is it again? Like, Here Comes the Sun. I'm pretty sure, is that played in The Parent Trap? It's played in like a lot of movies, honestly.
I'm pretty sure it was in The Parent Trap.
I think that's where I first heard it, but yeah. And yeah, I'm just interested to see how this movie like comes out. I think I did a typo, April 2028. I'm pretty sure it did not say that. It definitely said 2026. So yeah, but I'm excited. Because again, like I said, I don't know much about it, but I will be sad.
The way I don't even know if like they look like the people they're playing.
Dude, I actually saw like somebody do like side by side pictures, and I think they look pretty similar. Like, I think Barry looks a lot like, who's it? Ringo? Like a young Ringo. I'm pretty sure that one's pretty good. I can't remember the others though. But I feel like they had to have done like a pretty good job at casting if they got these people.
I am curious if they're gonna be like actually singing like all the other ones.
I hope so. I would be interested to hear what Paul Mescal sounds like singing. And I feel like once they're obviously like in costume and makeup, they'll look even more like who they're portraying.
That's exactly who I was thinking of, Kennedy. I like can't picture him singing, but I'm sure he'll do great.
I feel like there's so many biopics coming out, like Timothy Chalamet with like Bob Dylan.
Yes.
And then it makes me think though, like, do you think they're gonna do a biopic of One Direction?
Oh my gosh, you guys! I saw a tweet earlier, and Kelsey said I belong in jail. And it was like a joke tweet, like this is not really happening, but it was like, I forgot. It was just some people, and I was like, wait. Oh, and someone tweet quoted it and was like, oh my gosh, like One Direction biopic or whatever. And I was like, wait, I see the vision.
That wasn't a vision. That was like a blur.
Like, tell me y'all couldn't see Charles Melton as Zayn and Kit Connor as Niall and oh my god, my eyelashes. And I forgot who else, but it would hit.
I feel like the only one that made sense was Kit Connor as Niall. But like those others, I don't even know who that guy was in the middle.
Yeah, me neither.
Make sure while we're talking about this so they know. Okay, let's talk about the next topic. I brought up Ariana Grande. She just released her deluxe album. Have you all listened to it? Or did you even listen to it like before?
Girl, I didn't even know this came out.
I feel like she only really started like advertising it like last week or something. But I always liked the intro song for her album, and that's the one that I think is really good in the deluxe because she added to it. And a lot of people are like, you know, coming up with all these different rumors. Who did she write this about? Is it about her ex-husband? Blah, blah, blah. But then I'm seeing rumors now that her and Ethan Slater broke up.
Tea.
If you all know the original tea, all that breaking up a family was broken up. Just saying. Not saying it was her fault because it takes two.
I forgot that he had a whole family when they like got together. Wasn't there kids?
Yep, a baby that wasn't even like a year old. And I remember like the wife like came out and like spoke on it like a little bit. And like she basically like with a little young baby had to basically like uproot her life to like help support him with the Wicked filming, I think, like moved and everything. And then here comes little Ariana the homewrecker. And I'm like, I hope, and everyone was like, I hope it was worth it, but obviously it was not worth it if they broke up.
I like forgot what Ethan Slater looked up, and now all the drama that it's all coming back to me right now. I'm gonna have to listen to this album and see because interesting. And then speaking of these messy breakups, Miss Selena and Benny, and well, we all know they're engaged, you know, they're living their happy life. But Justin is apparently crashing out. He's been going crazy on his Instagram. Kennedy?
Yeah, so I like have seen rumblings about him crashing out on Twitter, but like I didn't really look into it. But I saw one that was actually crazy that I had to see if this was real or not. And basically, let me like go to the group chat where I screenshotted it actually. But basically, first of all, he posts like a middle school boy. He just reposts a bunch of reels and memes and stuff, and it's very cringe. And like, I'll put the screenshot on the screen, but just look at how many stories I had to watch before I got to this one. But it was like girls on social media when they get engaged, and basically the whole point is like showing off their ring. And I'm like, boy, what? Like, it is just so embarrassing. Like, why are you so hurt? And I've seen like TikToks about like just little things he's posting and like comments he's making. And like I know he posted a picture of Hailey Bieber, I think, with like a Beyonce song, Irreplaceable or something. It's like very cringe stuff. And I know like Selena Gomez allegedly in one of her songs called him irrelevant, and then like he posted stuff about like I'm still relevant, blah blah blah. So he's very much crashing out, even though he's married, has a kid. Like Selena is minding her own business. I'm gonna need y'all to watch your child, please. Do something besides crash out over Selena and Benny Blanco, please. And I'm just like, it's just embarrassing at this point.
This also had me thinking, like, now that like Benny Blanco is getting like more like attention on him with being engaged to Selena, like all these things are coming up like, oh, he wrote this song, oh, he wrote this one. He literally formed our childhood, literally released all these bops, produced them. Dang, and the tea that he must know because he produced songs
Mm-hmm.
with Justin Bieber and then he wrote this full album with Selena.
Yep.
The tea.
You know, I like didn't realize that he was a song producer and everything and that he had worked with Justin before, but that's that's why he's crashing out. He knew him. He knew him when he was probably dating Selena.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they worked together either. But when I saw that, I was like, ooh, ooh. But he did his thing. You know, he played the long game, just like Hailey Bieber did. So
Not like Haley. I always wonder like what their dynamic is what like especially with the baby and everything. And if he's crashing out, imagine how he'd be in person.
I would love to be a fly on the wall in that house right now.
Kennedy's patiently waiting for the reality TV show.
No, for real.
Speaking of TV shows, all three of us are watching absolutely nothing. You know, Kennedy, she's been watching the Weather Channel. I feel like that can count as your what you've been watching.
Yeah, we can count that. I've been watching that. And literally nothing. I've been watching, not even YouTube really. Yeah, it's not the same. But honestly, we're breaking the fourth wall. It has not been that long since we last recorded. And I honestly don't watch that much TV during the week. So, yeah, so I have nothing.
And with that, we're going to move on to our song of the weeks. Everybody has some different vibes going on. So Kelsey, our guest, why don't you take it away?
Okay, so my song of the week, we've gone down a little Shawn Mendes rabbit hole. I don't know, I saw him recently perform live and it was giving like when I saw him in concert, like in 2018, 2019, and I was like, let me listen to all his albums because he actually wrote some really good songs when he was younger too, but this one is If I Can't Have You. And that's mine.
That's a banger. My song. Oh, there she goes. Oh, bless you. Anyway, so my song of the week is "Alter Ego" by Doechii featuring JT, and it's a bop. I've listened in the past. I'm trying to get into Doechii, so if you want to get into her too, I recommend this song. Yeah, I just love the man's voice that goes "Alter Ego." I love it.
And then my song of the week is Role Models, Sally When the Wine Runs Out. This song, I love the song. And here's my favorite parts. And that's my song of the week. And now the time has come for the real competition. It's gonna be Kennedy versus me, and we're gonna let Kelsey take it away because this is all her, you guys.
Okay, guys. So, as you know, I'm like a reoccurring guest on this podcast. And so when Kennedy reached out to me, I was like, duh, put me in, coach. So they were like, okay, we want to do like pop culture trivia. And I was like, okay, what if we did like Jeopardy? Because, you know, that's like a big, like even teachers do that for like study guides and tests and things. So I came up with the questions, put this whole thing together. I'll just explain it a little bit. So there's going to be 3 rounds. And there's a total of 25 questions. So the first round and the second round, you're going to be answering 12 questions. And then the final round is 1 question. So round 1, you get like the regular dollar amount that you see on the board. And then round 2 is when I'll double the amount. And then for round 3, that final question, whoever gets that question right, you'll get a triple amount of that. And so I don't know how you all wanted to play this. We could do like you all each have a chance of answering like at the same time. Whoever makes a buzzer noise can answer first, or we can do like a each take turns sort of thing.
I don't care. What do you think would be best for a podcast setting?
I feel like you all could just take turns. Like you choose the category and then you answer it or try to answer it. If you don't get it right, then it goes to the next person and they have a chance to steal.
I like that. Let's do that.
With my buzzer sound gonna be breaking people's eardrums.
I know. I'm just like.
Okay. First off, can you all still see me?
Yes.
So, who wants to go first?
We should rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yay, rock, paper, scissors. Loser. Okay, I'm gonna pick, I feel like I need to start easy. I'm gonna pick television for 100.
Okay. And before we get to it, I didn't want this to be regular pop culture trivia because some of that stuff some of us just won't know. So I did some of these questions thinking of Liz and Kennedy because I know that they'll know some of these answers. So, okay. Taking it back to season 1 of Stranger Things, who says the iconic line, "Friends don't lie"?
I thought this was going to be easy. Friends, I can like hear that line in my head. Friends don't lie. It was definitely one of the kids. I know it can't be Max because she wasn't there. Friends don't lie. Is it Mike?
No. Okay, Liz, you have a chance to steal.
Not this the easy one. Okay. Dustin.
No.
Can I get one more guess?
Yes.
Is it Lucas?
No.
Wait, is it 11? Oh.
Will?
Okay, it was 11. So Kennedy can get that point.
Hey, how many guesses do we get so we're not like guessing until we get it right?
I'll give you all 2 guesses for each. So like
okay.
Each of you get 2 guesses for 1 question. So Kennedy, I'll give you that one.
Okay. Yay. This game gonna be hard.
Okay, Liz, your turn.
You know, I was thinking of like going higher, but after that one, I'm gonna go with movies for 200.
Okay. Oh, oops. Hold on. You said movies?
We can stay on this one.
Okay. Who is known as the king of pop?
Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah, Kennedy.
Not gonna lie, I thought Liz was gonna go with Harry Styles just because. Because you know how people be debating that. So I was gonna be like, oh, she's not gonna get this. But congratulations.
Not her doubted me that much.
Okay, Kennedy, your turn.
I'm gonna go with White Boy of the Month for 200.
Tom Holland starred on Lip Sync Battle where he went against his co-star / now girlfriend Zendaya. He cross-dressed and won with the song Blank by Rihanna.
Umbrella. Hey. Y'all know I'm studied up on my White Boys of the Month, period.
Okay. Liz, your turn.
I'm gonna go with movies 200.
Okay. Both Twilight and The Hunger Games are known for employing the blank trope, featuring protagonists who are romantically interested in 2 characters, creating dramatic tension.
This is the 2 words?
Yes, it's 2 words.
Okay. I got scared when I saw one blank. Love triangle.
Yes. Period.
Look at that, Kennedy.
She just lucky, y'all. I'm gonna go with celebrities for 300. Why not?
The widely watched defamation trial of what celebrity couple aired on television from April to June of 2022?
Johnny Depp and... Is her name Johnny Depp and... Her name is not April. Johnny Depp.
It starts with an A.
Amber. Johnny Depp and Amber. Yes. I can't think of her second name, but yes.
I'll give you that. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Amber Heard. See, Rose was in my head because Lily Rose Depp. But yes.
Why was I thinking Amber White? I don't know who that is. I'm gonna do movies 100. Actually, no, movies. I'm doing math over here. Movies 400.
And to all the boys I've loved before, it all starts when Lara Jean's love letters get sent to her past crushes. How many love letters did Lara Jean write?
Okay, I'm gonna have to do some math, y'all. Noah? Oh boy. I feel like there was a nerdy one with glasses. And then there was I'm gonna go with 4.
No. Kennedy, you can steal.
Oh no.
Is it okay? So I know it was. Oh boy, it was Peter, the neighbor. Peter.
Are you all talking about John Ambrose?
Yeah.
No, I was talking about. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Peter, John, the neighbor slash Margot's boyfriend, the one gay guy, and Willis said 4, so that was wrong. So 5.
Yes.
Slay.
Period. Oh, Kennedy is already at 1,000. Dang,
There's
Liz.
still hope.
Okay.
There is. I'm gonna go with White Boy of the Month 100 to play it safe.
The famous actor had a rap persona called Blank in high school where he covered Nicki Minaj songs and famously wrote the song Statistics.
Timmy Tim,
Period.
my favorite rapper.
Yay. Okay, Liz.
Okay, I got some catching up to do, you guys. Let's go with television 500. I'm scared. I'm gonna regret this.
What show currently holds Netflix's all-time viewership record?
Can I get a hint? Is it still, did it get canceled? No hints?
It didn't get canceled.
Okay, I feel like it's gonna be Outer Banks. But wait, let me think of what else Netflix got going for them. Oh, Stranger Things? Hold on. Stranger Things.
Is that your final answer?
I don't know, I'm scared. Okay, I'm locking in. Stranger Things.
Nope. Kennedy, you can steal.
See, I was thinking Stranger Things too. I'm gonna go with Squid Games because I feel like that's very popular.
No way, it was Squid Games.
Was it Squid Games? It was.
I am eating. But when I was not confident about that at all. Let me see that score again. Oh, God.
I forgot Squid Games was Netflix.
Okay, I'm going to go with music 300.
Liam Payne from One Direction tragically passed away late last year. In the band, each member had a role/personality. Zayn was the mysterious one, Harry was the flirt, and so on. What was Liam's role?
Was he the nerdy one?
Is that your final answer?
Because I know. Or was he like the dad of the group? Listen, y'all, I was in a Directioner. I like some of their songs. Nerdy. Niall was like the goofy one. The dumb one? Did they have one of those? I feel like Niall was probably dumb / goofy. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with. I'm scared. Yeah, I'm gonna just stick with nerdy. I don't know.
No. Liz, you can steal.
I'm gonna go with he was the dad of the group.
I'll take that. He was the responsible one.
Yeah.
And that kind of is. Okay.
This is the first time I got points in a while. I feel I'm gonna take it.
Okay. 2 more questions and then we can start round 2. And Liz, you have a chance to catch up to Kennedy in round 2.
I'm scared for round 2, you guys. Okay. Okay, let me think here. I gotta play this out strategically. I'm gonna go with, I'm scared, White Boy of the Month 500. I'm gonna regret this.
Aaron Taylor Johnson met his wife at 18 years old while she was 42 years old. They got married and had children soon after. How many kids does he have?
I'm between 2 and 3. What is my gut telling me? I'm trying to imagine like pictures of him holding these kids with her. I'm gonna go with 3.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer. Yeah.
Wrong. Kennedy, you can steal.
Is it 2?
Yes.
Yay! I was trying to think back on his pictures. I thought it was 3 too, but I was like, wait, I know he doesn't have like a lot, but I know he does have some.
Okay, guys. Liz is at 700 and KT is at 2,100.
You guys don't play. I am a pop culture queen. I've been tuned in. I've been tuned in since elementary school.
Kennedy was the OG
Wait,
iPad
did I
kid.
do? Okay, whose turn is it to answer question? I mean, pick the question. I think it's Kennedy's turn.
Kennedy's, unfortunately.
Dummy Matt. I'm gonna go for television 200.
In the show Hannah Montana, Miley's best friend, Lily Trescott, also had an alias. What was her name?
Beats me. Oh, it was Lola.
Period. I wasn't going to count for the last name.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like there was a second part, but I just remember Lola.
Okay, Liz.
Is this my last one?
Yes, for round 1.
I think I'm gonna play it safe. I've been trying to be adventurous here, and this is not working out for me. Let's go white boy. White boy of the month 300.
Okay. Both actors got famous for the same franchise. One plays the young antagonist in the prequel, while the other plays alongside the protagonist, playing a significant role in the original series.
Crickets, y'all. Let me reread this and do some serious thinking.
If you need me to, elaborate, I will.
Elaborate a little bit, please.
Okay, so both of them are White Boys of the Month. One was in the prequel movie, and the other was in the original series.
Okay. Hunger Games. And then the prequel, I gotta know his actual name.
If you get at least the first initial of his name.
Y'all, it's not looking good for me then. The antagonist is Snow. Snow lands on top, Cornelius,
Okay.
buzz cut. That's all I got for you. And then in the prequel, while the other plays alongside the protagonist. Elaborate a little bit.
Okay, so he obviously wasn't Katniss Everdeen.
Oh, Josh Hutcherson.
Yes, and I'll give you the antagonist, young Snow.
What's his actual name?
Tom Blythe.
Oh, yeah. It all came back to me, you guys.
Tom Blythe and Josh Hutcherson. Okay, so now we're starting with the second round, and every question you answer right, I'll double the dollar amount. So, Kennedy, it's your turn.
That makes me scared. So to play it safe, I'm gonna go with Celebrities 100.
Who famously interrupted Taylor Swift's acceptance speech at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards?
Kanye West.
Woo!
Yay! So now I got 200.
Yeah.
From that. Mm-hmm. Yay!
Okay, Liz.
I'm gonna do movies 300.
Movies 300?
Correct.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
In Crazy Rich Asians, Nick takes Rachel back to his homeland to meet his family. Where is Nick from?
My comfort movie, Singapore.
Period.
I'm coming for you, Kennedy.
I literally wrote that question with you in mind, Liz.
I was gonna say I'm glad she got that one because I would not know that.
Okay, Kennedy.
I'm gonna go with White Boy of the Month 400. Lord, please be with me.
Dylan O'Brien acted in the dystopian movie series The Maze Runner. Can you name all 3 movie titles?
No. I think, okay. The Maze Runner, that's the first one. Now, the Maze Runner, the Blade Runner, something about a blade? I know there's something about a blade, I feel like. The third movie, this is a very good question. Everyone who's watched the Maze Runner movies is actually screaming at my screen right now. The Maze Runner, the Maze Runner. Do they all have the name Runner in it?
No.
Okay. Do I get another hint? How many hints do I get?
I can think of a hint. Okay, one of them has to do with solving the whole issue that started this.
I ain't even gonna lie. It's been some years.
Resolving the sickness, making them go crazy. What would you call that?
The Maze Runner Day Zero. The Maze Runner conclusion. The end. Yeah, I'm gonna have to lose out on these points.
Okay, are you giving it to Liz?
Yes.
Liz, you can steal.
Okay, I think this is my time, you guys. The Maze Runner, The something trial, the Scorch trials. It's all coming back to Kitty. Um, Something with cure. Trying to think of the posters. The death cure.
Are you locking in?
I'm locking in.
Yay!
Yes.
No, because
The
literally,
universe is finally looking out for me.
no, because I literally was like, as soon as Liz said them, I was like, no, that's what it was. I was trying to think of when I see the movies like on cable or whatever, and like, yeah, it was not coming to mind.
Dang,
All I
Kennedy.
know,
Liz is catching up to you.
that part.
Okay, whose turn is it? I can't,
Oh,
I'm
it's
not keeping
mine.
up.
My turn. Okay. I don't know. Should I go for a 500? But then what if it goes back to Kennedy? I can't risk that. What's after this? How many questions do we have in this round?
12, and then the third round is just one final question, the one that's left.
Okay.
And that will be
So we're finishing this board. Okay. I'm gonna do music 400. One of these has to be Harry related.
These two singers started their acting careers on Disney Channel, both being part of a duo in their TV shows. Early in their singing career, they were rumored to have been part of a love triangle with a fellow Disney actor.
Okay. You lost me on the love triangle. Um, Let me think here.
Well, I would call it a love triangle.
Like love triangle in the show or like
Not in
outside
the
the
show, like
show?
in real life.
Okay. And the other person was also in the show?
They weren't in the same show. Like they both had Disney shows and they were both like part of a duo in those shows.
I feel like there's so many options. I don't know if Kennedy got anything. I don't think she does. I'm like looking at her. Okay, give me a second.
Okay, so I'll give you a hint. Think of more like younger pop singers, like for Gen Z, Gen Alpha. Don't think like Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus. So
Okay,
this
yeah,
like
because that's what I was
young
thinking
new.
of.
Mhm.
Okay, new.
There was a big controversy between these three people, especially the two pop singers. And I'll just tell you, they're both
Two.
girls. The two pop singers are both girls.
Y'all, these hints make it way worse. Okay, two pop singers, females. Who be singing nowadays? Okay, I'm gonna go with Dove Cameron. Does she sing? No, she doesn't sing. Does she sing? Don't tell me. Uh, I'm gonna give it to Kennedy. I got nothing.
Bro, Kelsey is giving you the easiest hints. It's Olivia Rodrigo, Sabrina Carpenter, and Joshua Bassett, right? Okay. Wow, Liz just fumbled the bag with that one. I was like, as soon as Kelsey said they're two girls, I was like, oh, Liz is gonna get it.
She's like, who's singing nowadays? Dove Cameron?
Like, when has Dove Cameron ever had a big controversy in a love triangle?
Okay, Kennedy is at 3,300 and Liz, you're at 2,400.
I'm gonna go with celebrities 200.
Who coined the phrase hot girl summer?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Period.
A.
Okay, Liz, your turn.
Music 500.
Oh, she's bold.
I got nothing to lose, y'all.
What singer holds the record for most Grammy nominations?
Taylor Swift.
Is that your final answer?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Kennedy, you can steal.
Oh God.
I'm pretty sure it's Beyonce.
I
Yes.
Yay! Damn! That's a lot of nominations. I didn't realize it was that many. That score though. Oh, I guess it's my turn again. I'm gonna go with movies 100.
And if you all want, I mean, I didn't say it, but for the final question, you could leave like one of the 500s as the final. So like that could be the big triple amount that you get, which could be like a tiebreaker if you wanted. But
Okay.
okay, who directed the 2023 blockbuster movie Barbie?
Sorry if I pronounced her name wrong, but it's Greta Gerwig.
What was that last name?
Greta Gerwig? Greta Gerwig? Something like that.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Yes, Greta Gerwig.
Hey, what did I say? Gerwig?
Okay, Liz, your turn.
television 300.
In the second season of The Summer I Turned Pretty, Conrad finds Belly and Jeremiah kissing while Belly is wearing his college sweatshirt. What college does
Brown.
Conrad go to?
Brown. But is it wrong?
What did you say? Oh, did you already answer?
Brown? Oh yeah, Brown.
Ding, ding, ding.
I was about to say, if that one's wrong.
I was like, okay, confident. She said it before Kelsey even finished.
Period.
I'm gonna go with Music 100.
These two artists have been beefing for over a decade long, more recently releasing songs such as Family Matters, Meet the Grams, and Not Like Us.
Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Yup.
A
Liz, your turn.
Celebrities 400.
What actor turned talk show host used the word entanglement to describe her own extramarital relationship?
Okay, so she's a female. She's now a talk show host. What female talk show hosts are there?
I'll say she's more known for like the person that she was married to. Are they still together? I don't know, bruh. There's too much drama with them, but her husband went viral for slapping another actor at an award
what's
show.
her face? Oh my gosh.
That was a really good hint.
What's her face? And her daughter's on the show too. What is her face? Something Smith. Does it start with a J?
Yes.
J-A?
Mm-hmm.
J-A-Y?
Girl, why don't you
J-A-N? Oh, Jada Smith.
I'll give you that. It's Jada Pinkett Smith.
period. Let me see that score. Let me make sure I'm still good. Okay.
Kennedy, did you know that one?
Yeah, girl, I remember when the entanglement stuff came out. That was a time to be alive. I'm gonna go with see, television did me dirty in that 100. I'm scared. Okay, I'm gonna do television 400.
Bridgerton has become a cultural phenomenon known for its Regency-era setting, steamy romance, and witty dialogue. Who voices Lady Whistledown/narrates the show?
I didn't know that this was information that was out there. So this question I'm gonna ask is gonna be a hint. So it's me asking for a hint or whatever. So is this a character or someone separate from the show?
I'm asking for like their real name in life, like the person, like the actress who voices them, not their character name.
Oh, wait. But the person who's Lady Whistledown is different than who narrates the show.
Yes.
Or yeah.
Penelope, yes, she's Lady Whistledown, but who narrates her is different.
Okay. Is it I feel like it's someone in the show. Or no. Is it Shonda?
No. Good guess though. Okay, Liz, you can steal.
I feel like I've seen her on like interviews or something. She's giving me older energy. I also didn't know if this was public information.
Guys, when you hear who it is, she's so iconic. Like, how do you all not know this? I'm so upset.
Okay, I'm imagining little old lady.
Okay.
British accent. I'm trying to think what famous people have a British accent that are iconic. I got no one for you. I feel like her name starts with a J though. She's giving me J energy, but I have no concrete answer.
Wait, can I do one more guess?
Liz, are you giving up?
We get 2 guesses?
Yes. So if Kennedy gets this one wrong, it'll go back to you.
I don't know. Kennedy sounded a little too confident over there now.
Well, I don't know. Okay, so this person isn't an actor in the show, right? Or they are an actor in the show?
They're not.
No, they're not an actor in the show.
Okay, so I'm going with Viola Davis because you said she's iconic.
Damn, imagine though. That would be fun. It's not. Okay, Liz, you can steal.
Yeah. I can think of Meryl Streep. You know, she gives me iconic. But I don't think she has a British accent. Yeah, I got no one for you.
Guys, Princess Diaries.
The grandma.
Yes.
Oh, I was going to say Anne Hathaway. Wow, I did not know that.
Julie Andrews. That's crazy.
Not with my gut. I said something about a J name.
Yeah, I had no idea this was announced.
Yeah, didn't know this was public information.
No, that is crazy. Okay, who even chose that question?
Me.
Okay, Liz, you choose.
Both celebrities and movies have let me down. But I think movies has let me down less. So we're going with movies.
What was the first Pixar movie ever released?
I'm thinking Nemo. Nemo's kind of older. I'm gonna go with Nemo.
Lock in?
Lock in.
Nope. Kennedy, you can steal.
Okay, so we're talking about Pixar. Is this a movie me and Liz would know? Have I talked about it before?
I'm sure you have, yes.
Is Nemo even Pixar?
Yes.
Pretty sure it is.
Okay, there's so many goddamn Pixar movies. Oh lord. Oh lord. So it's definitely not a princess movie.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
No,
that's
it
what
is.
I
There's some
no,
Pixar princesses.
no, not the first ever one. I feel like, is it Toy Story?
Is it actually?
Yes.
No way I got that, bro. That's insane. I was between like Toy Story and like I don't or Cars. Wow, how did I get that? That's insane.
Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, final round. Tripling it. And okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read the full question, and then whoever says their name first gets to answer first.
Okay, I'm ready.
Celebrities for 500, and I'm gonna triple it. Whoever answers it correctly. How many grandchildren does Kris Jenner have?
Me,
Who is
Kennedy.
he?
Okay.
Kennedy. I'm pretty sure I saw this recently on Instagram. She has 13. Is it 13?
That's crazy. That's crazy. What the heck?
We are the champions. I literally saw a clip like last week or something, and she took all her grandkids on a field trip, and I feel like she said the number, like, oh, we have 13 grandkids or something. Yup. 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 Look at that score. Yup. Mm-hmm. Winner, chicken dinner.
Oh my god. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting y'all to get it.
Liz, did you have any idea?
Absolutely not. No idea whatsoever.
Honestly, I just got lucky seeing that clip because I spent too much time on my phone.
I've no comments.
You know, Liz has been studying abroad. Liz is busy. I'm not. So I watch a lot of TV. I'm always on my phone. Actually, I don't even know how to say it. I was going to say, like, even when I am busy, I just find a way to be on my phone, you guys. Like, I be tuned in. I listen to pop culture podcasts. That probably helps. Yeah, so if you guys want to be like me, I can definitely release a masterclass on how to be the #1 pop culture expert.
I was honestly the most shocked they got the Toy Story one.
Yeah, girl. I was like, there's no way it was Toy Story. I was like, there was definitely movies before that, but what do you know?
Guys, Toy Story with Pixar.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
Dang, that was fun.
That was honestly, Kelsey did her thing with them questions. She went above the surface level.
Yeah, she ate because my idea was we make a Quizlet. And she made a whole template, so period. So if you guys like this and want a part 2, let us know. Kelsey, do you have any lasting comments before we boot you out of here? No, let's play it.
I don't know. I was hoping just like it didn't seem unfair with the knowledge that both of you all had. I was trying to put in like, the random ones, like the Kris Jenner one. So, but I did put in, This Summer I Turned Pretty, To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
I expected another Harry one on there.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was like, I'll honor Liam. I'll honor him.
Yeah, honestly, I was expecting more Harry Styles and like Taylor Swift questions, to be honest.
But that's the stuff you all know to heart. Well, Liz would know that to heart. I wonder.
She had to switch it up,
True. That Crazy Rich Asians question was just for you.
I was like,
she thought of me for
if
that
Liz
one.
is struggling and she happens to choose this one.
No, the universe knew. The universe knew.
And that's exactly what happened. But without further ado, we're gonna stop yapping y'all's ears off. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was really fun. We always love having Kelsey on, and she did her thing with the Jeopardy. And make sure if you want to keep seeing our faces, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you're following us. Rate this show a 5-star. All those things because it helps us grow, and we want to keep doing this podcast forever, forever, forever to the point where there's crying babies in the backgrounds, and we have a huge rock on our ring finger. But with that being said, we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Peace out.